Hello and welcome to my budget Omnath Locust of All deck tech. So starting out with the commander, he is Wooburg for a 4/4. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes black instead. That's the most important ability, keep that in mind. Second ability, at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card if it has 3 or more colored mana symbols in its mana cost. If you do, you add 3 mana in any combination of its colors and you put it into your hand. If you don't reveal it, you still put it into your hand. You just don't get that extra mana. So the goal of our deck is to play Villainous Wealth, a 3 mana and X sorcery. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of his or her library. You may cast any number of non-land cards with converted mana cost X or less from among them without paying their mana costs. So what we want to do, make a big Villainous Wealth. We will use the first ability of Omnath to get all that mana to play the very large Villainous Wealth. And we'll either take our opponent's whole deck or take like 40, 50 cards from it and then just hope to win like that. Now you might be thinking, well, how are we going to get the mana to do 40 or 50 cards with the Villainous Wealth? Because that's a lot of mana. Well, we have a lot of ramp. Starting out with some different type of ramp. This is renewal, costs 6. You get 3 basic lands, put them on battlefield tapped, and you gain 7 life. And then some of your more basic ramp. Harrow, Search for Tomorrow, Roiling Regrowth, Wayfarer's Bubble, Arcane Signet, Cultivate, Grow from Ashes, Edge of Autumn. We have a Battle, which gets 2 basic lands as well. Clarion Ultimatum. This is a bit of a different ramp spell, but you can choose 5 permanents you control. For each of those permanents, you may search your library for a card with the same name as that permanent, put those cards into play tapped, and then shuffle your library. And you may be thinking, well, this isn't going to work. This is Commander. You can't get stuff out of your library because there's only 1 card with each name, except for basic lands. So we choose each of the 5 basic lands, get another one, put them into play. Migration Path, Worn Power Stone, Verdant Mastery, Felwar Stone, Commander's Fear, Sakura Tribe Elder, one of the 3 creatures total in the whole deck, Rampant Growth, Vastwood Surge, Frontier Siege, always choosing cons so that we will get 4 mana on each of our turns because this happens twice, and again, Omnath, you don't lose unspent mana. And lastly, Titan's Nest, which you can exile cards from your graveyard to add colorless. This can't be used to cast a colored spell without X in its mana cost. So, kind of odd, but you can all convert it into black mana, and then you can spend it on whatever you'd like. So that's how we get all the mana to play a big Villainous Wealth. And now you might be thinking, okay, well, we have all this mana, but how are we going to get 50 of that just hanging around? Well, we don't even really need 50. Most of the time, you're probably going to have X as a 20, maybe at the most. And this is because we're going to play a lot of copy spells, like Teach by Example, Complete the Circuit. This copies twice. Swarm Intelligence, each instant or sorcery. It's an enchantment as well. Double Vision, the first one you cast each turn. Threefold Signal. This is probably one of the best ones because you can pay 3 for anything with 3 colored mana and its mana cost, and each time you pay 3, you copy it again. Double Cast, copies, Increasing Vengeance, copies, Twin Inferno, copies, Zillafor, the other creature in the deck, copies, and Reverberate, all copies. So you can make a big X and then copy it, and you would do double whatever the X is, or more likely 3 or 4 copies of Villainous Wealth. Now here is how you will find your Villainous Wealth and your copy spells. First off, we have probably one of the best cards in the deck, Whirlwind of Thought. It is a 4 mana enchantment that whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you draw a card. That's just going to be great because, like I said, we have 2 creatures in the deck. So almost every card that you play, you will be drawing off of. Begin the Invasion helps you find this battle, which you can find in instant or sorcery with Diabolic Tutor, Perplex, which you can transmute to find Villainous Wealth because its CMC is 3. You can use Demand to find it. Bring to Light. Invent can find you Villainous Wealth and a copy spell. Final Parting gets you Villainous Wealth. And All Sun's Dawn works with cards like Final Parting, where you can get one of each colored card out of your graveyard and into your hand. So after you've found all of your pieces that you need for the combo, you need to buy a little time so that you can build up some mana. So we're going to try to keep our Omnath alive with Swiftfoot Boots, which gives it hexproof with an equip, and it's repeatable. So even if he does die, we can just equip it again to him when he comes back out. And then we have other cards like Naya Charm, which work very well with his second ability, because if you get this on the top of your library, you can just play it for free because you'll add these colors. So a lot of this is removal and or draw. Sultai Ascendancy, it just helps us find those cards that we're looking for. And Endless Detour gets these cards out of our graveyard and into the top or bottom of our library. Then we have some more charms to deal with some of those pesky threats or draw some cards. And now we have our bigger spells that we are trying to kind of cast, and these are also potential. So if we don't have a Villainous Wealth out, that we can copy these, like 8 mana Treacherous Terrain deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of lands that player controls. So if we copy that a lot, it's another way to win. Inspired Ultimatum, this can draw us a lot more time because we gain 5, deal 5, and draw 5. Unite the Coalition. Again, you get 5 choices, so you can destroy stuff, or draw. Most of the time, we're not going to phase stuff out or exile stuff. Violent Ultimatum, very simple, destroy 3 target permanents. Cruel Ultimatum, target opponent sacks a creature, discards 3 cards, then loses 5 life. You return a creature from a graveyard to your hand, draw 3, gain 5. Crackling Doom, I feel like this is very underrated, deals 2 damage to each opponent. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls. This is 3 mana, by the way. Dune Blast is going to save our Omnath, destroy the rest. And same with Iridian Maelstrom. Destroy each creature that isn't all colors. Sphinx's Revelation is going to gain us life and draw us cards with an X spell. Even the Score is not going to gain us life, but it will draw us cards. Same with Diviner's Portent. And another alternate win condition is White Sun's Twilight, which is going to be a board wipe 99% of the time. And you gain X life, create X/1/1 colorless Fire Execution Might artifact creature tokens with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. So you get these mites that you only need to hit 10 worth of poison, and you're most likely going to probably pop down like 20 of them. So pretty quick win. And lastly, our other alternate win condition, Lavalanche, which is 3 and X, deals X damage to target player or planeswalker and each creature that player or planeswalker controls. This is also just good if you're in a pinch and you need to do a board wipe. Well, that is my budget Omnath Locust of All deck. I was able to buy all of these cards for about $30, I think. I do not know the current price of them because I bought them about a year ago from when this video was released. But it's a very fun deck to play. It's very consistent. You just have to make it to where you can ramp out good enough, and you just got to survive after that. Thank you guys for watching. Please like the video and subscribe because it helps out a small channel like us a lot. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.